Philippe Clement claimed he was no a fan of Jose Mourinho's style, but it looks like Rangers Football Club are no longer a fan of the style of football that Philippe Clement has been playing, or the results of football that Philippe Clement has been getting, because they have decided after about a dozen sackable offences this season that now is the time for Philippe Clement to go. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. The news made unofficially tonight after about 6 p.m, but pretty much will be confirmed soon that Rangers have decided to get rid of Clement. They've decided that he's no longer the man, that he cannot lead this club, and it comes after back-to-back losses against St Mirren in the league, and back-to-back home losses against St Mirren and Queen's Park. So, yeah, really bad way for Clement to go. But when you look at the last two games, at Ibrox, at home, against St Mirren, whose form has been pretty damn poor, and against lower league opposition in Queen's Park, Rangers losing both of those games, Rangers not scoring in any of those games. I think it was time he went.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo! He's been defeated, Philippe Clement. I thought he was going to survive forever. It is all over for him. And what I would actually just like to point out here first, right? We've got Albanian football tweeting under this breaking news here about Philippe Clement away. Finally. I am betting my life that Barami does not improve. He will be away at the end of the season. See this illusion that we are hiding under, that some of these players, including Barami, are going to turn into world beaters now that Philippe Clement's away. Don't get it twisted. A lot of that squad's rotten, and he's one of them. And I guarantee he will be bad and continue to be bad, regardless if it's Gerrard to the end of the season, Alex Ray, or if it's Barry Ferguson, or whoever. Barami is not a good footballer, folks.
Yeah, Clement's not going to be at the door, and then you're not in the Salah and Proper, and they're not going to turn into Maldini and Nesta in the next 24 hours. Highly unlikely.
I hope they do, but I don't think they will.
You know, I don't think they will. So yeah, the St Mirren game, that was the final straw for Rangers, and I guess Clement after that had to go, and it just summed up Rangers, summed up Clement. Celtic losing to Hibernian, a chance to try and close the gap, a chance to put a little bit of pressure on them and, you know, close in by 3 points, and who knows, 2 Old Firm games left to go. Maybe, just maybe, there's something they can do at that point, but it wasn't to be. They lost again to St Mirren. St Mirren, who, let's be honest, haven't been on a great run of form. You look at St Mirren and they've been struggling lately. What was St Mirren's last win outside of this match? It may have actually been against Rangers on Boxing Day.
No, it may have been.
That might have been St Mirren's last win, because they've not been good. But yeah, Clement loses, has to go. Ironic that the first time he's ever really taken the blame after a defeat is when he's halfway out the door. Was that Clement? Do you think Clement, when he came out and took some of the blame yesterday, was that him admitting that it was over and that there was no point like blaming other people now? There was no point trying to protect himself? Or do you think it was a case of he thought, right, this is another terrible result, I can't keep throwing everyone else under the bus. If I man up, if I take responsibility, it might actually get me one more chance. What do you think it is? Do you think he took the blame after the defeat because he thought that he was sacked anyway? Or do you think he thought that by changing things up and changing the narrative and actually taking responsibility for once, that might have, kind of like shined a different sort of light on the result and bought him another chance, another week, another game?
Maybe he just ran out of people to blame. I mean, he pretty much blamed everyone, literally, but himself. And you look at it and think, you know what? But listen to the audacity of this man after the Queen's Park result. My conversations with Patrick Stewart were the same after this game as they've been after every other. Thinking he was untouchable. Get it right, Roonham. The fact he's away. I mean, I'm seeing people wish him well for the future. Fuck him. Honestly. He tried to drag this club down. I'm not wishing him well for the future. I don't get that, right? A guy... I mean, I'm not saying he purposely dragged Rangers under, but... Because we just live in a day and age where managers don't walk, and especially a manager that doesn't get the club. You know what I mean? We've seen managers at this football club who get the club and don't walk, so a guy that certainly doesn't get it and wants his money ain't going to walk. But in terms of the guy's actual record, I mean, 63.95 65% win ratio. That's pretty poor. Nowhere near Michael Beale's, I'll let you know.
No, a guy that I said was a far superior manager and did a lot better at Rangers than Clement did, and people laughed at me. But here, it's all right. I'm always right in the end, so it doesn't matter. You can laugh, you can cry. Hell, you're all going to be doing that. But this defeat against St Mirren, I mean, did come after 5 successive wins domestically in the Scottish Premiership. So, I mean, could you argue that maybe it's a little bit unfair? No.
Aye.
Or are Rangers just expected to? See Rangers winning 5 league games in a row, is that not news? Is that not nothing you can look at and go, but here was a win of 5? Is that just something that Rangers should be doing?
Yeah,
should Rangers see Rangers winning 5 league games? Is that normal?
It is.
They should be winning. They should be winning.
But listen to it, right? You're saying he won 5 in a row, correct? Right? Look at the 5 before it.
Yeah, well,
he picked up 4 points.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
But then he won. See before that, he won 4 in a row. But then see before that, right? He picked up 7 points out of 15. It's a block of 5 that's shite. Then it's 4 wins in a row. Then it's another block of 5 that's shite, and then it's 5 in a row. And I can guarantee you, well, the Queen's Park's in this block as well. So what would happen is we would have lost to Kelly, right? We might have beat Motherwell under him. We'd have lost to Celtic, and then maybe potentially we would have. Well, holy fuck! Look at the state of Rangers' fixtures coming up here. The only game I'm looking at that we can win is against Motherwell.
Right. So Rangers losing in the league, obviously yesterday to St Mirren, 22nd of February, 2025. The last game before that Rangers lost in the league was on the 26th of December, and that was also against St Mirren. So, I mean, let's go back to that time when Rangers did lose on Boxing Day. That was obviously a really bad result. I believe that... Who did Celtic play on Boxing Day? Did they not...
They beat St Johnstone 4-0.
Did they not drop points, though, the week before that? The week before Christmas? I think Celtic had a draw in there. Pretty sure they did.
Drew against Dundee United.
Right, so yeah, so Celtic drew against Dundee United, and you felt like, right, Rangers are taking on Celtic in January, so they had a chance to try and close the gap. They didn't do that. They lost away on Boxing Day to St Mirren. Rangers then followed it up with an away draw against Motherwell 2-2 on December 29th. They then went in to the Old Firm Derby on the January 2nd. They defeated Celtic 3-0, played Celtic off the park, deservedly won that game. Probably could have won that game by more. Then they followed it up on January 5th, 3 days later, with a 3-3 away draw against Hibernian. And then 4 days after that, followed that up with another draw against Dundee, 1-1. Now, in that 5-game period from December 26th to the 9th of January, 5 games, Rangers only won 1 game, but that game was against Celtic. The other 4 games where they didn't win, they lost 1, drew 3. That is a total of 3 points picked up out of 12. If, and it's a big if, but with Rangers beating Celtic, massive game there, taking 3 points off of them. If Rangers had won the 2 games before that Celtic match and the 2 games after that Celtic match, look at the league. There would genuinely have been a title fight on if you consider that they follow that up with 5 league wins in a row. Now, I know it's ifs and buts, but they done the hard part. They beat Celtic 3-0, something that people said Clement couldn't do when it mattered. See if he hadn't lost against St Mirren, see if he hadn't drew against Motherwell, that would have mattered.
No, you're right. That's what we were all raging about. And then it's like you beat Celtic, and it's like, right, use that as a base to build on, and then what do? You go and draw the next 2 games, drop 4 points. You know, against Hibs, should have lost it. Should have won.
But that
should have lost it.
That win against Celtic is effectively ruled out by the results before it and after.
Against Celtic kept them in a job. If Rangers draw against Celtic or get beat, look at that run of 5 games.
I agree. I think that win against Celtic allowed him to get to the end of February.
Yep.
If Rangers didn't beat Celtic, I'm not sure he makes it this far.
No, me neither. I think
if Rangers, do you think if Rangers didn't beat Celtic, the Queen's Park defeat would have finished them off, or do you not even think he gets to Queen's Park?
I don't think he gets to. Let's be honest, right? Why is he getting sacked for losing against St Mirren in a league it's already done? It should have been the Queen's Park game. mean, I said in my vid earlier, I'd have sacked him early September when we lost to Celtic, right? Once we lost to Aberdeen and you're 9 points behind, that's the fact. That is the final straw.
Did Jamie McCart and John Beaton buy him an extra week against Hearts?
Aye. Come on, but beating a fucking pint.
An extra week's wages?
Pint of bloody tears.
Is that what happened?
I just don't understand why. I mean, but it's like, as I said in my review as well, you've got the board, Patrick Stewart, coming out a couple of days ago saying it's not in the plan, we're keeping him, we can't keep sacking managers, and now he's away. See, like, hypocritical that looks?
Everyone and that's after the Queen's Park result?
Yeah. Which is way worse. Let's be right, he's lost in the league again, it's horrific, don't get it wrong, first defeat at Ibrox in the league.
But technically he's not fallen behind Celtic in that period of time. The gap's not got bigger.
1 goal behind.
Well, 1 goal, but so is he unfortunate? No, or is it just the board are looking like liars now? The board have went back on their word.
He had to go, right, and it's fucking unacceptable. But to me, losing against St Mirren in a league that's already dead shouldn't get him the sack when you compare it to losing against Queen's Park. But he fucking had to go, man.
Was it the nature of the performance as well?
Yeah, it was horrific. It was the worst. Well, yeah, he himself said it's the worst performance since he's been in the job. So, there you go, folks.
I thought their performance against Hearts was pretty damn poor.
But you won, that's the difference. Well, actually, I thought the 0-0 against Hearts, first game of the season. What is it with Rangers at Tynecastle?
Would he have been sacked last week if they lost to Hearts?
I think so, yeah. But then, who knows? Losing against Hearts isn't quite losing at home to St Mirren. It's if buts, maybes. Is
it fair to say that he's lost because of this interest for the 49ers? We haven't really talked about that.
He's away?
No, he's away. Could that be the reason? Because I don't believe that the 49ers' interest was...
Yeah, but
I don't believe that was news when he lost to Queen's Park. Could it be that because of that news, they're thinking, right, hold on, we don't want to lose this opportunity, and they've decided, right, we're going to get rid of him now?
Yeah, but the 49ers aren't the ones spending the money to sack him. It's the current board.
Yeah, but they want the 49ers to invest in Rangers. They think, hold on, they might not invest in us if we've got this fucking loser as a manager.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe there's a deal in the background where the 49ers have agreed to buy the club and also pay the money to sack this guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it not a bit weird that as soon as his first bad result, as soon as the 49ers are showing interest, that's him going?
No, I agree. I think if the 49er deal wasn't here,
he'd be here.
He'd still be here. And yeah, to be fair, he's still here because Rangers are not acknowledging it. No.
Because like you said, after Queen's Park, they came out and said that they're not going to sack more managers. They're going to keep Clement, and the first bad result, and look, don't get me wrong, it's a horrible result. It is, but either way, like, it's the first bad result since that statement for Rangers, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Which suggests to me what changed between the Rangers made that statement. What changed between that statement being made and this defeat to St Mirren? The only thing I can think of is the interest with the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. No.
So am I right to draw... or do you think it's that a coincidence?
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
So the board have just changed their mind, do you think? Because they said he wasn't going anywhere. They said they had to stick with him. Look, like you said,
it doesn't make sense.
The damage is already done before the St Mirren result. It's not like, he wasn't that bad, but then this is the final straw. This is what takes the cake. No, I mean, the cake's been... demolished. The dog's already ate the cake at this point. The dog's fucking spitting out the candles.
This is the first game in the league they lost at home. You know what I mean?
So you think you can afford bad results away, but as soon as you get a bad result at Ibrox,
I don't know how this board operates. But here, folks, we're hearing rumours about Gerrard at the end of the season. Now, there will be a separate video on who's favourite and what that, but to wrap that up, Gerrard's not coming back to manage to the end of the season.
No, Gerrard will want... If Gerrard comes back, he's surely going to be getting a big contract. He will want promises. I think he'll be asking for money to spend, and he'll be getting a long-term deal that is financially, good for him. He's not going to come back and be like, here, you can have this risk-free kind of thing where we can just get rid of you, and there's no guarantee you're getting the job, and you can damage your career even more. It doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is, a lot of people are against Gerrard coming back, right? And I'm not saying I am completely pro Gerrard. Yes, I want him in. But the fact of the matter is this. See what he's done in Saudi and what he's done at Villa? It's fucking irrelevant. It's what he's done in Glasgow. And he's won a league title. He stopped at 10. And I tell you what, folks. Might need him to stop a fucking another one. And this time he'd have real money behind him.
I heard the Rangers rabble say the problem with Gerrard is last time they said that the reason they don't think him coming in is, or the reason they think it's going to be more difficult, is because last time he was given time to build a team because his goal was to stop 10. If he comes in this time, he needs to hit it running straight from the get go. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think he's?
I think the difference is though.
Do you think this is more important? If Gerrard came in right now, what do you think is more important for him now in this his second stint than it was his first?
Rangers and Celtic. I mean, Celtic fans might disagree, but Rangers and Celtic are closer now than they were pre-Gerrard the first time.
So do you think there is more pressure on Gerrard? Do you think if he comes in now he has to hit it running straight away?
I think he does, yeah. Because
what is that? Just because Rangers have got a closer team to Celtic?
Would you not agree though?
Why? But
We're
why?
talking about a Rangers team that is not experienced in European football.
Yeah, but is that because you think the teams are more evenly matched, or is it because you believe that instead of stopping 10 in a row, the goal is now to get to 56 before Celtic? Or has it nothing to do with 56?
Yo, I want Rangers to win a league title next season. That's undeniable. But I'm not going to be idiotic and blindly back my team. I need to see fucking proper progress.
Yeah, but stopping 10
the summer.
Stopping 10 in a row was a real thing. That wasn't a made up concept. That was a real objective. Stopping 10 in a row.
Yeah, I know.
So is stopping Celtic getting to 56 and overtaking Rangers in league trophies? Is that a real objective? Is that something that Rangers need stopped?
No, but let's be fucking honest here, right? See,
do the board care about that though? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking.
See when Gerrard came in.
Do they?
Listen. See when Gerrard came in, you were looking at a Celtic team that was doing like invincible seasons, right? And we're battering Rangers like 4-5-0 every game. See right here, right now, you're looking at a Celtic team that's great. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not, but they just lost to Hibs. Right? They've drew. See that, like I said earlier, I think it's a miraculous that ever since that Aberdeen game that Rangers lost 2-1 at Pittodrie, they've only lost 4 points to Celtic. This Celtic team's not invincible. It's not. It really, really ain't.
Rangers being poor makes them look worse. Makes them look better.
Yeah.
Rangers being 13 points behind makes Celtic look even better than they are. Nah, that's just a fact.
Yeah.
If Rangers were good, then they wouldn't be 13 points behind, and people wouldn't be thinking Celtic are this like super amazing team.
We've had 3 Old Firm games this season. Two of them are 3-0s, right? And the other one went to penalties and Celtic won. Let's not pretend Celtic's winning every game 6-0 like they were pre-Gerrard the first time. That's my point. I think the gap's nowhere near that was the first time. But Gerrard, for me, he's got to come in. He's got to win more trophies than he did the first time.
Yeah, but do the board care? Do the board care about like statistics like 10 in a row and who gets the title 56 first? And if Celtic overtake Rangers in league trophies won, like if Gerrard comes in and he's like, I'm not going to win the title next season, but I'll win it the year after that, or the board like, alright, a 2 year that will take that, or are they going to be like, nah, we can't accept that because Celtic would overtake us and go into 56? That's what I'm saying. Like, do they?
But I think there's got to be a lot of there's got to be a lot of things in play, right? See if the money's there for the 49ers. Rangers have got to have a fucking squad ready for the Champions League qualifiers, not this, the new centre-back and the new left wingers at IKEA building their furniture. They're not ready to take on Salzburg in the third qualifying round. They need to be ready to capitalise on the Champions League money. Because see the Champions League money, the 49ers can be as rich as they want, but the reality, they're not going to spend all that money in Scottish football. You need the Champions League money. That should be the first focus next season. Forget about 56. So the Champions League, and then worry about 56.
So to answer my question,
think the only way you're getting 56 next season, for me, is we get the Champions League money.
So to answer my question, do the board care about 56?
No, because they kept this guy in a job.
So 56 is not the be all and end all?
I don't think so, no. The European football, they've made it clear it's European football. That's why Clement stayed in the job so long, baby. What do you make his win record though? 63.95%.
And we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we'll compare it to other Rangers managers in recent histories. win percentage record. So he's
but hold on, what's your opinion? Do you genuinely believe that Rangers and Celtic are closer now than pre-Gerrard?
Of course they are.
Yeah, so that's all I needed to know. Move on.
Before Gerrard came in, a lot of the games were ending 3-0, 4-1, 5-0. I mean, it was...
Yeah.
Listen, you were going into those Old Firm games not giving Rangers a chance and expecting a scalping. Now, the Celtic still hand out the odd scalping, yes. But more often than not, the games are pretty competitive.
That was more under Ange. Rodgers has whipped out 1-3-0. The rest have been like 2-1 and 1-0s. Even though they've still lost them, like, it's no good enough. I'm not going to sit here.
Yo, Rangers have... Well, hold on. Back then, that was Rangers just getting back from League 2 to the Premiership. And they were getting scalped in the Old Firm game. Since then, Rangers have went on and won a league title and made a final of a European competition. Of course they're closer. I mean, of course they're closer.
Yeah, listen, I mean, Clement fucking talking shite about Jose now he's at the door. How embarrassing is that?
Anyway, let's talk about Clement's win percentage then. His time at Rangers, 86 games played. He had a win percentage of 63.95. We'll look at the last 5 Rangers managers and we'll see what that compares to. So, Clement, 63.95. Michael Beale, 72.09. So Michael Beale, 72.09. That's a lot more. That's a fucking hell of a lot more. Yeah, massive. Over 8 whole points more.
A lot less European games though.
That is true. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, 61.76 1% record. So Giovanni actually has a lower win percentage than Clement. However, that did include, that Champions League campaign in the group stage, and I think there was what, 5 defeats, 6?
6 defeats.
All right, so that you take away those 6 defeats. He was the only Rangers manager in the Champions League, correct?
Yep.
Now, yes, Clement played qualifiers, but that was a tough group as well.
It was.
That was when Ajax were good.
Napoli won the league.
And Liverpool are Liverpool. So I think if you take away those 6 defeats, that would probably put Giovanni Van Bronckhorst on a higher 1% ratio. Absolutely, it would, wouldn't it?
No, it would.
That probably boosts him into like mid-60s, probably. It takes him above Clement's 63.94 anyway.
No, it does. No, absolutely. But I think
agreed.
No, but Gio's domestic record as well wasn't good enough.
No, it wasn't. But I think Gio's is so bad because of purely he did play 6 Champions League group games and lost them all.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Right, Steven Gerrard, 64.8 win percentage ratio as manager of Rangers. Clement had 63.95. So not a lot between Clement and Gerrard. Less than 1 full percent.
Yeah, but know what I think's so good about Gerrard's, right? Because when Gerrard came in, like we said, they were so far behind Celtic. And European-wise, Rangers just got the piss ripped at them by Progress the year before. See the fact that Gerrard has got a better win percentage than fucking Clement? We were behind Aberdeen as well.
Yeah, so you got to factor that in.
You know what I mean? Like
back-to-back seasons back in the league and they finished in 3rd place, so
yeah,
you've got to factor that in. When Gerrard took over, Rangers weren't even the 2nd best team.
Yeah.
So you've got to factor that in for Gerrard. And
I think people forget that. I mean, Gerrard took Rangers from European nobodies and third best to the best and competing in Europe.
Absolutely.
The cup, see if Gerrard, I know it's if buts maybes, but see if Gerrard won a couple of cups to his name, people will be fucking making it as the second coming of God or Jesus.
Probably. And lastly, the 5th last manager that we're going to look at is Pedro Caixinha, and he had a 53.851% record, so not much more than half the games as Rangers manager he won. That is shocking.
No, it is bad. But another thing I've got to say though is Rangers, as bad as we were at the start under Gerrard,
even worse.
We're fucking worse here. And I think the fact that he's not even that far off percentage-wise over Clement just tells you all you need to know, folks.
You say he's not that far off, man. He's full 10%.
Yeah, but let's say Pedro got the full season. I think he would have improved.
You can't defend 53.85% as a Rangers manager. You can't.
He's in the bush, mate. Bush Tucker trials.
That must be the lowest win percentage. I'd need to look at Paul Le Guen's because he was there for a short period of time, and I think maybe he could have a worse one. But surely it's between Paul Le Guen and Pedro for the lowest.
Yeah, but my point, I think if Pedro had the same amount of games as Clement, he would get closer.
Possibly, but look, we didn't have those games, so we can't really tell.
Yeah, but are we forgetting who fucking Pedro had in his... Look at the state of the team. With Carlos Pena, for fuck's sake.
Mark Warburton, by the way, let's have a look at him. So he had 65.9%. That puts him above Gerrard. That puts him above Gio. Puts him above Clement. If we're looking at Rangers managers since getting back into the top flight, because that's what Mark Warburton did. He took them from the Championship to the top flight.
8 games in the Championship. You know what I mean? No European games. This is a false reading.
So, can we just all admit that Michael Beale was the best and he got shafted?
Aye, we'll agree to disagree though.
Right, so closing thoughts here. Clement's gone.
Is he though? Rangers are refusing to fucking announce it and I'm sitting here.
Like, we've almost spoke about half an hour how he's gone. See if he's not gone, I'll be raging.
Oh, you won't. You'll be fucking loving life. We have such another fan base. Look at Big Phil. Sad to see him go. My arse.
Do you feel sorry for him, no?
No, not 1 ounce of remorse.
Did you not like this guy when he first
Did he
joined?
feel sorry for us when he was spewing shite in our eardrums? Of course he didn't, so no.
No love lost?
No, fuck.
You're happy to see him go?
Absolutely.
Is he welcome back?
No.
Not even if he buys the ticket?
I don't wish him well.
No?
No.
You don't want him to...
I hope he fails at every job he's at.
Oh.
I hope he does their clubs. Can he go to Celtic, please? Yeah, taxi for Clement.
East End of Glasgow?
East End. East side.
East End, buddy. Right, anyway, that's it. Clement, guys. It's not official, but probably will be made Monday. I'd say about tomorrow, 12 o'clock, noon.
I think it could be the night, you know, but it's just...
Nah, Sunday night. I'm not going to have Be Monday.
Well, they met at Turnberry, didn't they? I don't know why they've met at Turnberry, by the way. Why not just meet at fucking Ibrox?
Maybe Ibrox isn't a sacred place anymore. Maybe Clement's fucked it up the ass.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but yeah. And also, apparently there's rumours the assistant manager's going to take over. I mean, why would you give an assistant manager a 3.5-year deal if Clement's this close to getting sacked? Give it to Gerrard at the end of the season. Fuck it, I'm in that camp.
Hold on, did Rangers not hire an assistant manager earlier in the season?
Yeah, but he fucked off back to Belgium.
Fuck, when was this?
I don't know why he went. Something to do with his family.
Well, I didn't know about that. Anyway, guys, that's it. Clement sacked. Let us know your thoughts down below. We'll put a poll up to decide whether or not this is a fair sacking, and we'll react to that soon. Also, Scottish Premiership review show coming up later. Here, that was going to be tasty enough. And Jesus Christ, it's just got a hell of a lot tastier now, so I'm looking forward to it.
The Rangers are coming!
Clement's no coming though. He's coming when? He's coming being. He's going back to Belgium. Back to Brussels.
Right.
The home of chocolate.
We know.
And he's fucking melted.
Right.
Like the biggest pile of
Shite.
dark chocolate of all time. That's it. Till next time. Peace.